Hi guys, welcome and again this is Sir Arca and we will be continuing our discussion for Game Maker. So for today, we will be talking about sprites and objects. Okay. So what are sprites? So sprites are the assets that we use to be able to create images for our objects. And objects are the instances that we create to be able to interact with the user interface or the design that we create on our rooms here or in our games. So let's go ahead and create first a sprite. So create sprite, and this sprite we will be naming this as obj. I'm sorry, SPR character. So SPR car means that this sprite will be the design for our main character, and we will go ahead and edit this image. So here is the design area. Okay, so one design is equivalent to one frame. Okay, so remember that. Let's go and put up a notepad. So remember, one design is equals to one frame. And of course, one scene or action is equals to a couple of frames. Okay, so we will be able to see what will happen. So let's go ahead and try to mix around with our sample design for today. So let's say, for example, we have a simple guy. Let's go ahead and draw this simple guy standing around. Okay. And if we want him to run, we could create another version of him. And on this one, let's try to make him walk. Okay. There we go. So if you see, if we try to play it, you will see that it changes. So one sprite is equivalent to a series of frames or a single frame. It depends on how you create it. But this is where you actually do your designs. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove this. And we will just be using a single frame design, which is going to be a simple color. So we have the tools here for filling, for adding texts, for a magic wand tool. So all of the tools that you need to create your images are here. Also, do not forget the number of frames that we'll see. So the higher the frames, the faster uh the faster that it will be moving if you have a very few frames included. But if you have a lot of frames for your movement, it will go slower. So always take a look on this one. And we also have the size. So we could set the size for our sprites. Right now, the default here is 64 by 64 pixels. So that means that is the size of our images. So, okay, so that will be creating. So for today, I'm just going to fill up with a color, and we will be assigning this to our character that we'll be adding in on our oh no, let's make it blue. There we go. And this is gonna be a sprite for our character. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove this one and add another sprite. So let's say, for example, we will add a sprite for our enemies. So this is gonna be SPR enemy. And let's go ahead and edit this one. This one is going to be the red one. And let's just fill it up with a color. There we go. Let's close this. So we have two sprites already. And let's create another sprite. But this one, this is going to be a sprite for our walls. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and design a sprite for our wall as a sample. But we change the size of this one. Let's go ahead and make this as let's go ahead and make it as also 64 by 64. Let's go ahead and change it later. And let's go ahead and edit the image. So gonna be putting in some designs here since it's gonna be a wall. So let me go ahead. Let's pick this one. Let's get a little bit. It becomes really tricky if we are designing something. Let me go ahead and do this. So I'll be designing a simple brick. Okay, so let's introduce some cracks into the brick. So we are currently designing this. So you could see, and let's fill this up with a brown color so it will look like a brick wall. There we go. Okay, so we have a wall. Let's introduce some grass onto our design. So sprite again, and then I'll be creating a grass, SPR grass. So this grass will be much more bigger size. So this is just a sample. You could actually spend some more time designing it with a much more better look. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and design this with whatever it is that I like. Oops, let's go ahead and check the what is the height. Okay, so we will not maintain the aspect ratio for this one so that we could design it better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be drawing some grass around. I'm gonna draw some grasses. Okay, and we will be using some different colors of green. There we go. Just fill it up. This is just an example of how you will be able to create your sprites or designs for your game. But you could also download directly from the website if you want, but I'm just teaching you how you will be able to use it. Okay, so let me go ahead and close this one. So we have here 4 sprites, which is character sprite, enemy, the grass, and the wall. So to be able to bind this and put this on the game, we need to bind an object with it. So the objects are the one that are interacting within the game, but we need to dress them up. So let's, for example, let's create an object. And since we have 4 sprites, let's name it as obj character. And let's go ahead and put in the sprites of the character. There we go. So what we did is we have an object and we dressed him up as the car's sprite. Now remember, in different sequences, there could be multiple sprites in one character or one object. So be mindful of that. So let's close this one. And let's go ahead and add another one character or object, sorry. This is obj enemy. And then let's put in the sprite, which is going to be the red one. So right now, that's just a basic design that we are trying to apply for our objects. So let's go ahead and put in obj grass. Okay, and then put it here. There we go. And then last but not the least, we create another object, and this is going to be the wall. obj wall. So in terms of coding, we could actually use this to be able to utilize how they will be interacting within the game, but we will be teaching that in the next few discussions. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this there we go, and let's go ahead and put this on the room. So let's go ahead on the room and let's design our okay. So we have here an object. Okay, so let's put it on the wall. Um, hmm, background room. Let's go ahead and check the objects here. So let me go ahead and decide this one. Okay, sorry. So instances, we have here another wall. There we go. So we have here a sample wall. Let's put in our character. It will be standing on that wall. So let's go ahead and design this one. I already forgot how we could actually add many walls at the same time. No, 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 no. Is it control? Okay, there we go. So we will be adding these walls, and this is a sample of a stage in our game. And let's put in some enemies. There we go. So that a sample enemy, and let's design our grass here. So the important thing about this grass is that you could place it within your designs. There we go. So as you can see, sorry, to be able to create your designs on your game, what you need to do is to create objects that you'll be putting in on the rooms. And of course, you need some sprites to be able to dress them. So that becomes the dress. But if you do have an account on Game Maker, the good thing about is that you could go to the marketplace. Okay, let's go ahead and let's put it on the marketplace. Let me go ahead and take it into these areas. You could actually get some free assets that you could add into your game, such as, let's go ahead and check on sprites. There we go. And as you can see, there are some free assets here that you could create and download for your game. So there you go. So you will be able to see what it looks like. So you just need to download this and apply it to your game if you want to. So that will not be a problem. Okay, so that is how we do create a game in Game Maker using objects and sprites. So the next discussion will be covering how we could be able to download assets and assign them into our game. So don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my channel if you like this content. Thank you very much.